Hey guys, it's Cobalt here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you all of the new LPS customs up for sale in my eBay shop. Really quickly, I want to thank you guys all so much for the support on the most recent custom that I've sold. It was for a fundraiser for relief for the people in Gaza and Palestine, and we managed to raise $70 from the custom, which is really cool. I honestly did not think that it was going to sell as well as I did, and it basically got twice as much money as what I was originally asking for with the bid. So thank you all so much for that, and without further ado, let's get right on into the new customs up for sale this week. First things first, we have this custom. I just store my customs in their little bags like this, but this is the only one from the last video that has not sold yet. I think the last video was honestly like the most well-received custom drop I've had. They all sold super fast. This is the only one that's left, so it's still up for sale in my eBay shop if it interests you. If you want to learn more about it, go watch that previous video. Now onto the customs that are actually new. First up, we have this Otter. You may recognize the space figure. It is actually the damaged Otter that I got in my GameStop blind box video, and I was trying to figure out a way that I could fix it up, so I turned it into this custom. I think she's really cute. I'm not like the biggest fan of the color palette that I decided to go with, but I wanted to make a sweet little brown otter, and then from there her design kind of became like a spring theme design, and you'll see that with a couple other customs in this video as well. But she has some little flowers on her back, and she also has this flower shape around her eye and then some flower markings inside her eye. Other than that, she's very simple. This is my first ever otter custom, so I am super happy to finally have made an otter. She's so cute, and of course this is another G7 LPS custom. Then we have this little guy. This is obviously a smaller custom. It's like one of the baby bases, but it's also a head swap. It's a head swap between a husky puppy body and then a mini collie head, and I sculpted this little tuft of fur on its head. Other than that, it is just brown with a bunch of different shades here and there. It's got some cute little paws that are painted on, and it's a bit hard to see, but there's also this little brown heart on its cheek. Not too much to say about it, but I just wanted to, you know, have an excuse to use up some leftover clay and then just make a cute little puppy based off of it. Then we have another G7 LPS custom, and this is my first time ever customizing a Rhino base. I think this base figure is so cute, and I definitely want to make more customs with it in the future, but this is another just simple repaint. I wanted to do something interesting with the eyes, and then I suppose the overall design is just sort of inspired by water. It's got some little like bubble markings here and there and some wave patterns in the eyes along with a teardrop shape, and then like this hair is kind of inspired by a wave as well. And then of course for the eyes, the interior of the ears and the little toes, I made them like an orangey yellow color just to complement the different shades of blue. I think this one's really cute, and again, I would love to make another Rhino custom really soon. Then we have another smaller custom, so here are both of the little guys together, and this is a little pink kitten. I decided to, you know, again, do something interesting with the eyes. It's got sort of this tired expression. She also has these cool heart glitters in her eyes, and then it's been a while since I've added like these little polymer clay slices, so she has one that's a flower on her head, and then I also added a few on the back of the tail. There's this heart marking here on the back of the head, and as well as the nose, it's like a little heart shape, which I thought was cute. And same with the paw pads, they also have little hearts. So yeah, another just totally random design, but I think she's really cute, and I really like her eyelashes. Then we have this collie, which is made to look like LPS 909. It is this dachshund, and the whole reason why I made this custom was because I was recently commissioned to make a custom of 909. So here's the custom that I made, and since I had a bunch of leftover paint from that one, I decided to make a collie based on the same design as well. I think this design looks really cute on a collie. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why people are so obsessed with the dachshund, but I do enjoy the way that this one's eyes look like, so it was fun to paint them again. I definitely think that this one is not as good as the other custom that I made, but she is still cute. Still got the little dots on the ears, the pink paws, that's what the bottom looks like. But yeah, if you're a 909 fan, this is definitely a custom for you. Next up, we have another head swap custom. This one also has some flowery motifs in it, like this pattern below the eyes is kind of like a flower, and then there's also a little flower here. This one also reminds me of a deer, so I gave her like some little speckles on the hips that are sort of like a deer or a fawn. And other than that, again, just a bunch of brown colors with some cool blue and pink eyes. Here's what the bottom looks like. We got some different color paw pads going on. I realized that I forgot to sign this custom, so I will do that before it is sent out. But yeah, other than that, not too much to say about it, but I do know a lot of people like my brown dog customs, and I like making those, so I figured, hey, why not make a few more for this video. Then we have another custom that actually has some sculpted parts. This is a little Easter bunny because Easter is coming up. I don't know exactly when Easter is this year, but I decided to make an Easter bunny custom. This is another Generation 7 LPS that I customized, and as for sculpting, I sculpted all of these little flowers here on the back of the head, and then there's one on the body as well. They were actually sculpted using a mold, and then I sculpted this little Easter Easter egg here as well. And for this custom, I basically just wanted to test out a new color of paint that I got, which is this nice light blue shade. I think it's really pretty. And from there, I just decided to, again, go with sort of a spring theme, and that's when I decided to turn it into an Easter bunny. And I also really love this like rainbow that I made on her forehead. I think that's really, really cute. And here is what the bottom looks like. I've made a couple Easter bunny customs in the past, but I think this one is definitely my favorite. Next up, we have another smaller custom. This is honestly my first time customizing a mouse like this. Technically, I've done one before, but it was actually a McDonald's pet and not a normal LPS, so I think she is pretty cute, pretty simple. I just randomly started painting this custom, and honestly, I didn't know what to do with it, so it was sort of just like a last-minute little project where I had started making it, and I was like, well, I might as well finish it. I'm not really the biggest fan of it, but I do think that she's still cute. My favorite part is definitely the speckles in the ears, and that is something that I definitely want to do on some customs again in the future. She has a speckled nose as well. Again, no sculpted parts, just a pretty simple design, and this one also still needs to be signed. Then we have yet another G7 LPS custom, and I'm very, very excited about this one because I have always wanted to make a Chameleon custom, and you can consider this one the first of many because I think this base is so cute, and it was a lot of fun to make. It has this cool sun pattern on the back of its head. I mainly just wanted to use these two bright, very vibrant orange colors and make one sort of inspired by the whole sun theme, which is also why it has this sun pattern in both of the eyes. I really love the way I painted the eyes. I think they look super cool. Here is what the bottom looks like. Nothing too fancy, but I do like the way that I painted these little bumpy scales here, and same with the ones on the back, and there's also this little swirl on the tail. So although this custom is really simple, I think it's probably one of my favorite ones from this batch. And finally, we have another G7 LPS custom, and it is another axolotl custom. I made my first axolotl custom in my previous customs for sale video, and this one is a galaxy themed axolotl. The whole reason why I made this custom is because it is for the space theme in the Ruffled Feathers Studio collab over on Instagram. The space theme has now officially ended, and I made this custom very last minute because I was so busy the past couple months I did not have time to make any of the things that I actually wanted to make for that theme, so I just threw together this guy very last minute, but I really love the way that it looks. I used to make galaxy customs all the time, so it was really fun to revisit that idea and make this new guy. It was also kind of inspired by the pink axolotl in the way that I added these little golden diamond shapes here on the little fins, and then I also added that in the eyes as well. I just thought that would be fun to add. But yeah, I love all the details in this guy, and he has a lot of little shimmery markings as well, so if you kind of like spin it in the light, you can notice all these different details about it, which I really like. So if you guys maybe want a tutorial on how to make galaxy themed customs, definitely let me know, and I would love to make that in the future. Anyways, there you have it, guys. Those are all of my new customs currently for sale in my eBay shop. I have 10 brand new ones, and of course the old one from the previous video, so there are a total of 11 customs currently up in my eBay. Again, thank you so much for all of the support you've been giving to my small business recently. I really appreciate it. And of course, if you can't buy any of these customs at this time, don't worry about it. Just let me know down below in the comments which one is your favorite, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!